What's up, guys? Cody, Southeast Softwash, January the 15th. Already halfway through the month, man. It's pretty warm out here today, but it's gonna be cold tonight. So hope you guys are making preps for that. I know some of y'all are up north and it's already snowed under. So while it's pretty weather, I wanted to show you guys something here. So we've got some trailer units that are built up, and then we've got one that's about to start getting built. I wanted to show you guys sort of the difference in a Southeast Softwash trailer and some of the other trailer options that you may see out there. And this is not a dig at anybody else. They all work fine pretty much. I ain't seen very many from serious companies that are not totally fine, but this is just how we do things. We'll flip the camera around and we'll take a look at this trailer here. Here we've got a blank frame, and this is the way that it arrives to the location here. And we've got another fab shop across town that does some of this extra work. So we don't buy the trailers, obviously. They don't come with all of this extra stuff on them, none of this cross bracing. It's just a 6x12 tandem axle with brakes. There's a brake controller, so you got brakes on one axle there. A really nice trailer, pressure treated floor. The reason we use this trailer, and we've been using this exact same trailer for about 5 years now, is it's square tubing all the way around. So out here on the edge, on the outside runner, we've got a square tubing piece. So there's no angle iron on these trailers as we buy them. They're really, really good trailers, and they're made just for us down in South Alabama. So now, I'm not saying you can't get a 6x12, right? That's a common thing with square tubing. I'm just saying they make these trailers specifically to our specs. So they're pretty slick. And once we get them in, we go ahead and clean them off, and we'll buy them. We'll buy a stack of them. They'll deliver them to us, big stacks at a time. So we'll down stack them, and what we do, we clean them off, and we go ahead and prime all of this. So all this metal, well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but what we'll actually do is do the welding, okay? So all this additional welding for the ladder rack. We've got some bump stops, and look, lots of guys have copied this design. We see trailers out there and like, dang, is that one of ours? And then it's like, no, it just looks real similar. But that's okay, I don't care. It is a great design, and when you do all this cross bracing, what you wind up with is really, really overkill for a trailer. You don't need all of this, but that's how we like to roll. So we add all this interior welding, and these holes, these pockets that are created, are exactly for our water tank. So we've got these little legs that come off here. See that little peg there? That's just a bump stop for the tank that's going to drop in there. So we had all this fab work. It's a lot of fab work, a lot of welding, and we've been doing this a long time. So we've got templates now, and that just makes it a lot faster. We add these panels here. So this is going to take our incoming water hose diverter, just makes it nice to build off of. And these flat panels here, we add those. As you can see, they're already pre-drilled, and this one in the front here, and this little shelf, which can be a shelf for a pump. All right, so we do all that. Then it goes over and gets cleaned off and primed. We prime this entire thing. We let that sit in a paint booth, controlled environment, and then we come back the next day, and this gets Raptor Line. Now, we like Raptor Liner. It is the same thing as Line X, but it's just a different brand, and we shoot that on there, and this gets a really nice thick coat of Raptor. Now, in the pressure washing world, we are dealing with corrosive chems and bleach and all that kind of stuff, so we want to do our dead level best to try to prevent corrosion as much as possible. This floor is pressure treated. We go ahead and spray over the floor as well, so it's got an extra protection layer over the floor. And then all of these holes, all right, so we've got, you see that there's a hole back there, and that's just where the tubing is exposed. What we do is we cap them off. All right, we get these caps and we cap those to try as much as possible to seal up all the entry points. So it gets welded, it gets cleaned off, primed, raptored, and holes drilled. And we like to drill all of the holes before we do the Raptor. So that means that the holes get Raptor Liner down inside the holes. Once we get to this point, it's ready to come over here to the shop, and it's ready to build out. So when it arrives here at the assembly location inside, the guys will pull this in, and they can build this trailer out in about a day and a half. And it just depends on what the customer is getting. So this one is pre-sold. This was an on-hand unit. We had this one just built up before the holidays. We came back, somebody bought this, and this one on the end down here, somebody purchased it. These both were on-hand available units. We just kind of mocked them up, you know, hey, let's put this on there, let's put that on there, and sell it, and then somebody snagged it. So these were ready to go. We don't currently have any on-hand trailers. We're back to just trying to keep up with our order. So this one was an ordered trailer, and it's finished. So whoever this is will be coming to pick it up. They'll get him scheduled to come and pick up. So once you got your trailer, right, we can do a lot of cool stuff here. We can do, this one's just got an 8-gallon cold, and there's his water tank. Of course, we got the tongue box. It's got the electronics. We've got our big water tank sitting here in the middle, and just little things like this, which is not really necessary, but we like things to be really clean. You know, running this downstream water line here, that's that 1/4-inch line there, that's for the downstream injector. So we're running it through. That's really cool and clean, and all the plumbing is just tidy. Things like this, wire loom on everything, ring terminaled out. So it's just smart stream. We color code everything so you can, you know, out in the field, everything's color coded. Red's bleach, surfactant, blue is water. So if this guy ever has to do anything, or if he's got a helper out there, really don't know what he's looking at, even down here, these lines, it looks like a bunch of hoses, but it's a good install, and he can instantly know, okay, those are bleach and those are water, and then he can just backtrack a lot easier. This particular one got an 8 up front and a 5.5 in the back, so plenty of room. And this trailer is still nearly 1,000 pounds under what its max capacity is, so we don't ever even get close to the max rating for these trailers, which is really, really nice. I like to have more trailer than I need. This one's got 2 smart streams because it's got 2 pressure washers. So very capable system. Now look, you kind of need to match your gear to your mission. I'm real big on that. Don't put too much emphasis on the gear without identifying what you're going to go do. So for example, this guy, he's got a 8 hot up front, and okay, I'm assuming that he's done his due diligence and knows that that's what he wants to have. He spent a little extra money to get a hot water machine. Then he's got a separate auxiliary downstream tank back here in the back. So that's really cool. He'll be able to toggle over to that tank, and then he can downstream probably degreaser or something like that. So just a different layout, different functionality. Really nice unit over here. And then we've got this other one here. So while I had some trailers out here, and I wanted to show you guys sort of how we do it, why we do it the way we do. I guess this one's got an auxiliary tank in the back as well. And we can do that because there's a big pocket here for tools, toolbox, an extra tank, whatever you want to put. We've got plenty of space on the trailer. So feed reel, you know, it's just there. A lot of this stuff is thought out pretty well, I will say. All this is flush out to the edge, so you can mount a sign to this, you know, have a big runner sign that goes all the way down the length of the trailer. Surface cleaner rack, we kind of started doing this. We see a lot of guys do this now, but it's a good idea to mount them because you can throw it up here in the rack, it'll ride like that, and then you can rinse this out, work on it. It's sort of at chest height. So yeah, very capable systems, very capable trailers. We love them. We're really proud of our trailer units here. If you guys want to grab some equipment, trailer or skid, give us a call. Be some links down below. We'll be glad to get you in the queue. It's January. Things are picking up. Everybody's getting their equipment on order, so don't wait too long. You'll be, we don't have a queue like we used to have. It's not nearly, we used to be 12, 14 weeks out on things. So now we're a lot more reactive, but you still don't want to get in there and wait too awful long. Guys, we will see you later. Hope you have a great week. Make some money. Peace out.